Now it's time for Good Morning Maycomb with your hosts, Becca and Diana. Woo! Yeah! Oh my god! I think I have the stove on! And a matter! Woo!
Good morning, Maycomb County. I'm Diana.
And I'm Becca.
And we're your hosts. So Becca, did you hear about that trial?
The Robinson versus Ewell trial?
Yeah.
That was quite an interesting trial. Were you there?
I wasn't. I couldn't make it.
It was really something. We had so many testifiers. We had Head Tate, we had Mr. Ewell, we had Mayella herself, and Robinson himself.
Wow. What was the outcome of the trial?
Unfortunately, they said Robinson was guilty, and he's currently, well, he was in jail. I heard the other night he was shot and killed by the guards after
Really?
attempting to escape. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's big.
It's terrible.
Helen, oh my goodness, the poor woman couldn't take it.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's so sad. Just a tragedy, that poor family. Well, speaking of the trial, did you hear about Atticus Finch? She represented Tom. He did quite an excellent job.
Oh, good. He
Yeah.
gave Tom a pretty fair trial.
He did, even though Judge Taylor appointed him,
Yeah.
he gave him a really fair shot.
Very nice.
Did a great job. And again with the trial, we actually have a special guest joining us. We have Mr. Bob Ewell.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us, Bob.
Well, what else was I supposed to do?
Alrighty then. So Bob, your daughter is recently in the trial. Is that right?
Yes, that's right, Mama Ella.
So what was going through your head during this trial?
Well, you want to know what I was thinking? I was thinking that Atticus Finch has some nerve treating me, Mama Ella, like that. Accusing me of beating her.
Treating you like what, Bob?
Like what? Talking to Mayella like that? Saying I can't read and write? Birds can read and write. Accusing me of beating her.
You keep bringing up that beating accusation, Bob. I thought it wasn't true. Why is it bothering you so much then?
You got something to say? If you got something to say, then just come out and say it.
I'm sorry, Bob. I didn't mean to upset you in any way.
That's right, mind your own dang business.
Okay, Bob, never mind that. Let's move on to another subject. I've been informed that you've had some issues with Mrs. Helen Robinson. Would you care to explain?
I ain't done nothing to that old hag. She be walking in front of my dang house, and I be walking in front of my house too. I have needs too. I gotta go to Link D's store once in a while.
That makes sense, but as I recall, Mr. D said that you were harassing Helen and saying things to her.
Ain't you never hear a person talking to themselves before? I mean, everyone talks to themselves once in a while.
If you were talking to yourself, Bob, why'd you make such harsh and crude comments to her and her well-being?
Freedom of speech, Diana. Nothing wrong with my personal opinion.
So how has your life been going after the trial? Is it different in any way?
Same as it used to, I guess.
How'd the death of Tom affect you and your family? How do you feel about it?
Well, I would have done it myself, but some lucky guy got the pleasure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay then. So, as we all know, Maycomb's a pretty small place, right? So I bet you've run into Atticus Finch since the trial. How have those encounters gone?
Yes, that's some going around town. He probably wishes that, I act like nothing ever happened like he does.
What do you mean by that?
Well, last time I seen him, gave him a face full of tobacco. He just wiped it off and walked on. Did nothing to me. He knows what he can and can't handle, don't he?
I bet you can be pretty scary at times. Let's say, I wouldn't want to meet him in a dark alley, right, Diana?
Yeah.
Sure
Too
would.
much.
So, the Finch children have free reign over the town too. Have you encountered them at all? Are the feelings you have about Atticus synonymous with those of yours toward the kids?
Whoa, don't down there, Diane.
I think she means, have you seen the Finch children around like you have Atticus? And do you feel the same way about them?
Thank you, Becca. I see him around, sure. Do I feel the same way about them as I do Atticus? Well, I think we'll find that out soon enough.
Okay, what you got there, Bob? What's that?
My handy hunting knife.
It's quite a nice knife you got there. Looks pretty sharp.
Yes, it is.
Where'd you get that?
I found it somewhere. Somewhere, with the dump, let's say.
Do you use it to hunt squirrels?
I hear they can be pretty tasty.
Yeah, squirrels, other things.
Oh,
Oh, alright.
That's all the time we have for today.
Thanks for the whiskey.
Anytime, Bob. Always a pleasure.
Bye.
Well, that was interesting.
Very interesting. So...
My goodness, oh my gosh. He's just crazy, that man.
What was with the knife?
I don't know.
Who would have won set with that thing?
Who gave him the whiskey? Someone's losing their job.
Well, what do you think he meant when he says, we'll find out soon enough?
No, he's just crazy. You know, I don't think he'd do anything so drastic. But, you know, I would keep a close eye on him, however, with that whiskey. My goodness. Who
Agreed.
did that?
Well, stay tuned for the rest of the show. After the break, we have how to make the best tea sandwiches with Aunt Alexandra.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Right?
My goodness.
And Tora Finch's Landing.
I've always wanted to go there.
Me
Haven't
too,
you? I've
yes.
never had the time.
And what is Dolphus Raymond really drinking?
That brown bag. My goodness. What bottle is that?
I know.
Is it beer? Is it whiskey?
Talk about that later.
All right.